Checking, checking, testing, testing. Looks like it's working now. Good evening. Everybody hearing me? Hopefully so. Whoops. Good evening. Just waiting for a few people to come in. Apparently to a thunderstorm in the background. Hopefully that's not too loud. Just waiting for a few folks to hop in. How's it going tonight? Just doing a couple settings things here as well. I'll be a little more attentive shortly. Oops. All the echoes. That is a loud and noisy thunderstorm, isn't it? All right. Well, happy Saturday night. Hopefully there's not too much noise in the background. I've got a fan on my laptop that is starting to pick up some noise. I'm probably going to need to replace that. So hopefully you're not picking that up. I don't think you should be. But how are you folks? Those who have joined. Good evening, Horsefire66. Welcome in. How are you doing tonight? I made a mob farm. Check it out. It's not a super duper one, but it's kind of just a basic one to get started so we could get some resources. Let's I think we're gonna take care of that rain here. It is raining mobs. Hey Stars Dreams, welcome in. Literally raining and raining mobs. So yeah, this is a super whack it up together in a quick hurry, kind of get some stuff kind of mob farm here. And you can see it has a problem or two. Perfect. It works perfectly, right? It's funny as heck though watching them fall. Yes, I've been highly amused by the rain down of mobs. I've had another one similar to this. I'll get into it in a bit, but usually they fall on hoppers, and you know, I just don't have any of those resources really yet. So as for right now, let's see. Yeah, this one's full. I didn't even really have enough redstone to like keep the cart going real well. It'll keep going fairly well, but if a mob lands on it, it slows down. And of course, you know, I tried multiple carts, which pick up the items better until they run into each other and stuff. So it's a minecart thing. You know how that goes, right? So, but this was a way to just gather some really quick stuff, and then we'll see whether or not we want to, you know, keep it, improve it a bit, tear it down, and build like a real official one. This is a scaffolding mob farm. Super quick and easy to put together as long as you know what you're doing and don't make noobish mistakes like I did. But yeah, how's the game sounds? Doing okay, Horsefire? Ouch. That time we got one rain down on our head. Let's see, where'd that cart go? There it is. So yeah, we've got a chicken jockey or two that fell down, so we've got a couple chickens in boats here now. Thought it might be worth keeping them. Maybe we can make a chicken farm. Just make it easy since we had them there, right? So, I'll see. Speaking of chicken jockeys, I'm kind of surprised he didn't hit me. He was just standing right next to me there. What's up? How you doing this evening, kid? Horsefire does not do redstone. Glad you're doing okay. I'm doing a little better, still a bit sniffly. Shall we hang out with this guy for a minute while he watches all of his relatives fall to their death? I love these guys, they're so funny. But they don't go across rails, apparently. I think if you give them something to walk up on, they will. Yeah. So that happened earlier, but if you come back over, maybe he will now. Yeah, so, oh, okay, well. Now we've got a few chickens in boats. Keep him for a pet. He's in a boat now, so we could do that. Does he have a permit for that chicken? Hey, brother, do you have a permit? You look a little young, my friend. You know, I'm just saying. Yeah, he's agreeing. The chicken is like, dude, get off my back, bro. Did the cart stop again? Yeah. So we've got drops everywhere here, and the carts, if I have multiple carts and I keep them running, they pick it up great, but you know, it's a lot of more manual work. So this farm was just sort of whacked together so I could get some basic stuff. And let's see. Give it a little push here. That ought to keep it going around a little bit more. So I'll get into what this is all about. Arrested for riding a chicken without a permit. So I'm a little late tonight because I'm slightly medicine head, so if I'm a little weird or sniffly or coughing or whatever, apologies in advance. Understand completely if you're not in the mood to listen to that. It's not bad, but there may be a bit of that. And I can hear a little nasally tone as well. But yeah, I sort of put this together last night. Here's our island. I like making mob farms up in the sky because they are fun to look out and survey. I have never really upped the chunks on here. I'm up to 15. I usually keep it at about 12. Let's see if a few more chunks, how that looks. How much more we get. A little more of the mountains back there. Laptop struggling a bit to render it all in, but it'll get there. But there's our lovely our island, rather. It's gorgeous. Sip of coffee here. Got to keep the energy going. We're going to have a strict every hour break policy, which I need to set an alarm for. Because I'm pretty sore with some weather that's come through as well. I've talked about my autoimmune illness before. And yeah, we're getting a little more there. That bamboo, I whacked nearly all of this down and it's already growing back. You can tell it's a little lower than the older stuff back here. But I took all of that to make scaffolding for this farm. And it's so quick. It grows back so fast. It's unreal. It's hard to believe, like, this stuff just grows. So let me know how loud the mobs are. I can make some adjustments if need be. Look at all those emotes. I need to get some set up. I need to get some made. But we'll go into free cam here and check things out just a little bit. It's just a really simple farm. Ian Exo4, mostly his design. I did something a little different with the collection system. I mean, he uses a rail, but it's kind of in like a wavy, almost like a star-shaped pattern, kind of around like this. But it wasn't really getting a lot of the drops, so I decided just to put some rails together and You know, while this is running, we may as well get another cart or two on here so more of them will get picked up. But here's what we got so far. Some string, a bunch of arrows, lots of bones, a bunch of flesh, things we can use for trading or for growing crops or whatever we want to do. And a bunch of gunpowder in case we want to blow stuff up, make stuff go splody, which I always love to do. Good fun there. We're getting filled up here, so we're gonna have lots of cleanup to do. We'll get a couple more minecarts. I got other side in a dungeon when I was looking for string, so that'll be cool. I was thinking maybe we would make a jukebox and vibe, and I think I might have sent that on a crash course with the other one. Oh no, it stopped. So, and that one just literally came to a stop all on its own. They're gonna run into each other again. Yeah. Usually I put them here. Let's just do this. Usually I put them go in the same direction. Did I get that right? I did not. There we go. There it goes. So that'll pick up some more of the stuff. I think this one's full again already. Empty that out. So we got a couple going here again. The other thing I did notice is that my little, I ran out of redstone to power underneath, since you can't really power. You can power from a block above with a lever, but then mobs would be falling on the blocks and potentially not dying, so I didn't want to have to worry about, you know, mobs running around up here. So I've been kind of implementing a solution with these redstone blocks underneath, and I ran out of blocks to do one more line of rails. So we have some drops that are being missed here if I don't pick them up manually, but you know, it's a good start. Catastrophe Black, welcome in. It's good to see you. How is your Saturday going? We're raining mobs. And I was just about to give you guys a little bit of a preview here. This is super quick to put up, provided you don't make mistakes and do it wrong 3 times or however many times I got it wrong. I just had enough string after going into a cave to get some scaffolding. I got 5 layers worth here. It's super easy, just a few observers. You know, pretty standard observer and flooding the platform type of mob farm. But this will get us, you know, bones and arrows and your basic early mob stuff. And a slab covering on top. Simple. Took me a long time because I was just really not thinking straight yesterday. Up in the sky, we can see the oops. Let's do this correctly. Shape, renderer, oh, let's see, where is it? Shouldn't it be? Did it disappear? What happened? Where did it go? I had one. Had one yesterday. Am I losing my brains again? That could certainly have happened. I wonder if I deleted it. Okay, so it should stay now. Yeah, so I don't know why it left, but let's see. So I was setting it kind of like right about here. And you can kind of get a sense why I put it up in the air. I don't know how much you know about farms and putting them in the air. I may be speaking to people who are way more advanced than me. I'm not really sure. Cat's good, just chilling. This seems sketchy. Dropping mobs from a high seems sketchy, or the farm seems sketchy, because it's a pretty sketchy farm for sure. It's definitely not See, the carts stop and stuff. This was just like I was saying a minute ago to just get some early mob drops. It's definitely not a permanent farm. Obviously, the whole thing can come crumbling down if anything takes this scaffolding down. Although it's interesting because I tested that a couple times, and it seems to hold together with the trapdoors and stuff, so not all of it falls apart. It's interesting. Peepo Cat the Strimmer, it's okay. What did I miss? Peepo Cat? I may have missed something. Or maybe I'm just slightly sick and not catching the thingio. But anyway, yeah, there's a deep spawn sphere, so that's how far mobs can spawn, of course. And I just wanted to get it out here. When I came down to take a look and see what kind of action we've got going on down here, a lot of these are water filled, but not all of them are. So there was a lot of mobs down here, and they would definitely have slowed down the farm. And because I knew I was only going to have a few platforms for this first iteration, I just decided, you know, we'll just build it way up high and maximize the mob spawning up here. Avoid this whole problem down here altogether. So that's what we did. Gave me a pat on the head. Thank you, Hoshfire. Did I miss it? Is that what that is? My, I've mentioned before, my chat is pretty small, and it's actually as large as I can make it on my second monitor. My laptop monitor isn't that big. So I'm always like squinting to look at the chat. I need to figure out a better solution. I want to be able to, so the one solution is I could make it somewhat bigger, but then I wouldn't be able to see all the other stuff. So yeah, I've kind of just got to deal with it for now. Thank you for the head pat, Sourcefire. Hope you're doing well tonight. So yeah, you know, the carts stop, and it's, you know, just kind of a whacked together type of deal. A lot of this I've just collected by running around and picking it up. But it's a way to get mob drops, you know. Get it going here a little bit more. Yeah, we still got room in this one. So I'm going to be a little out of sorts tonight because I've been sick, but I'm not too bad. I think I just picked up a cold. I went and saw a concert a couple nights ago. And it was the first time I have been in an auditorium with, I would guess, there was something like 1,000 people there. It was a theater. Something like 1,000 people. So there's no way that, you know, that you're not going to come home with something, basically, especially when you haven't had a lot of contact with the outside world to develop immunity to colds and things. So, yeah, it happens, right? It was well worth it. What a great show. Went and saw one of my very favorite bands. But yeah, these actually are working even worse than they were last night. They were running for at least several minutes, but tonight the mobs seem to be... we'll turn that off. The mobs seem to be knocking them quiet or slowing them off, slowing them down. I'll be able to talk shortly, not to worry. Like I said, a little bit out of it tonight. But yeah. What's up? Also, here's some issues, some tissues just in case. Thank you. Yeah, I was thinking I should have a few. I've got a couple above me just in case I need to. But hopefully I'm not sounding too bad. I may stick a cough drop in here shortly. The sore throat was the thing that made me cancel the stream yesterday. It's not too bad today, but I haven't been talking, so we'll see. Well, I'm not sure how long I'm going to go or how coherent I'm going to be, but I wanted to get a stream done and show a little bit about what I did here. So, yep, here's the mob farm, and apparently we're gathering friends. This world is all about getting friends. So I think I'm going to actually shut it off and just leave the platforms flooded so that the mobs stop for a bit. We'll dump off everything but what we need. Let's see, I think all I gotta do is just do that. That should flood them and keep them flooded now that there's not a clock running on it. It never gets old watching them fall down and hearing them splat. Have a drink. You have to drink to keep your throat from getting dry. Yeah, bit. Gotta drink a bit. I've got some... I don't think I have any tea. I do have some honey. I was thinking about maybe getting some honey tea, but I didn't make it to the store. So we'll pick up all these drops. What you guys been up to this weekend? You guys having a good weekend? We don't need that spider eye. And we're full up on that. Oops. Probably going to be full on bones plus as well. I usually keep a stack of arrows on me until I get an infinity bow going. I think we'll make a music player, record player. Let's see, what did I miss? Gunpowder. Because I want to be able to play some music. And I got actually 2 discs. I found a couple of cool spawners. I'll show you if you'd like to see those. Had a skeleton fall down, and he survived the fall because he had these boots on. So snuck up on me, said hello. That was nice of him. Where's our other record? There it is. So we got 13, of course. I'm just going to kind of pile the rest of this stuff in here. We don't need most of this. I think most of my... Yeah, I'll come back and clean this all later. We'll keep some iron. We'll keep that. Sure, we'll keep the sticks. Stick the cart in here. And head back over to the cave. But, yep. Mob farm. Basic stuff. Mainly I just wanted arrows and bones. But do I have my boat? I got my boat somewhere. Or did I plunk that down to get those guys? I have a bunch of boats that I made over the last couple of days, so... I thought I had some, I think I used my planks. So I went ahead, for those who remember, and put that mending book that we found, I think it was the very first day, maybe the second stream. We found that book. I put that on a diamond pickaxe so that I could get that going. And I used it almost all the way. You see the durability is only 46, so I was thinking I was going to be mending it, but this is not an experience farm. It doesn't give us experience, so we may have to find a way to mend it, maybe mining some coal and some nether quartz or something like that. But this guy's being annoying. I'm going to get out of here. Do I want to take off with one of these boats instead of swimming, perhaps? Because I don't have any planks and I don't really want to swim. But we have these 2 friends. I can't get in here with the chicken in here, so we may just have to do a little... Let's not hit the redstone. Sorry, buddy. But you're now free. You can go be free and live in the world. I'm taking the boat. Alright, so... I did not get my alarm set. One moment, please. Need to take a break every hour and stretch. Pretty sore tonight, guys. 45 minutes on the clock. Okay. Having him wander around is going to screw things up as well with the carts, but I'm kind of thinking, well, I guess we'll just finish up the thoughts here. Um, take a quick look. We've got a few folks in. Welcome in, guys. Appreciate you coming in and joining me for tonight. You guys are hearing everything okay, right? The sounds, game sounds, everything volume-wise sounds okay. I keep making some changes. Once I get things kind of set where we're all good and I'm not going to be changing them, then I won't be asking all the time. But things sound okay, Kat? Okay, great. So, yeah. There's our pretty island. Oh, can you not? Yeah, I was going to say, I thought you could put a boat. I haven't used these chest boats. This was the first time I'd used them. So I am going to bring the render down a bit just so that we can kind of give my Lappy a little bit of a break. It's making some noise. I think it's just a heat fan, but we don't want that to die. Speaking of heat, let's take a look. Looking fine. Okay. Zombies are a bit loud. So, yes, I have the game sounds up louder than normal. I think I normally have them about 20%. And I can lower it down in OBS a little bit as well. Let's have a listen here. I want them to be loud enough that I can hear them, but if they're obnoxiously loud for you, like I want to be able to tell that I'm being snuck up on. So that's even still a bit loud for me. Maybe what we'll do is we'll actually leave everything else up. I normally have everything else up at 100%, unless something is being obnoxiously loud. But we'll bring mob sounds down to like 70%. And then I've brought the friendly creatures down because I was next to all my cows and they were super loud. So let's see how this is sounding. That's about reasonable to me. I can bring the game noises down in OBS as well. But I want you to be able to hear things, but have them not be interfering, of course. But yeah, let me know what you think on that, guys. Let's head back home. So I started building this down here, and then I realized that I needed to take a look underneath. And another funny derpy moment that happened yesterday was that the guy who created this scaffolding farm, he did not mention that he has an AFK spot that you set up way up in the sky so that the despawn sphere would be up high as well. So I didn't actually need to make the farm way up in the sky. But it's there now, so we have a nice long ladder to climb. I'm thinking Elytra fairly soon. Already feeling like I want to be able to fly. It makes Strimmer some honey tea and some homemade chicken noodle soup. That sounds fantastic, Horsefire. All you, taking care of the Strimmer. Appreciate you. So yeah, this is one of many boats that I made. Yeah, we'll take this stuff in. Why not? I think I'm going to leave that there. I can like put my shoes at the door or something, right? Let's see. Did we change anything? I've done, since I wasn't feeling good, I've done mostly just, you know, the farm, but I think I might have done one or two other things while I was off stream. Those shouldn't be too loud. I would turn them down if they were going to be like constant. I feel like that's a fairly good balance, at least from my end. But yeah, I want to start getting onto building our little our village that we're going to make up here, like a little town or whatever we're going to make. I'm trying to think about blocks and stuff like that. I'm not a builder, as I always say, so it will be a bit of a learning process. But I always thought like that idea of building a hanging village kind of thing looked cool when I saw other people doing it. So I was kind of thinking it might be fun to have it be like a village that has actual villagers in it. And, we do trading with the villagers in their various shops and stuff. That might be kind of fun. We've got such a large space here. It might be kind of fun to like, instead of having like a trading hall, we could have like the village is the trading hall and we just live with our villagers wandering around, some of them. And then the ones we want to trade with can be like, in their spot somewhere in their shops kind of thing. That sounds like a lot of work, but we got time. It's not a hardcore world anymore, so it doesn't matter if we die, which I did several times yesterday, by the way. Went into the nether, got some, basic blocks, got some nether crystals or some nether quartz. What have we got here? Yeah, shield's okay. Iron's getting a little worse for the wear, but we'll hang on to it for now. So I think I'm just going to dump off a lot of stuff and do some organizing later. Eventually, I will have a storage system that is automated and just dump everything into probably shulker boxes, I'm guessing, and then have it unload that way. So yeah, I'm literally just going to dump stuff. I don't normally like to do this, but I do like to keep a golden apple on me. This I'm going to keep here. Don't need sticks. Let's make a jukebox. I think that sounds like a fantastic idea. Part of my job, I make sure the streamer is fed and has everything they need. I give out hugs and have my DMs and whispers open to everyone who needs or wants to talk. That's very sweet. Kind of you. I could definitely use some tea. I'm going to have coffee instead, which may not be the greatest for the throat, but throat's not too bad. Maybe I'll put some honey in the coffee. If I make another cup, I'll do that. I do need to get some water, though. Phoenix on fire. Welcome in. Hey, ProtonGlitch. Wanted you to know I'll be back later. Party with the neighbors. Right. Okay, go party. Have a good time, Phoenix. Thank you. Appreciate the good luck wishes. Nice of you to stop in and say hello. Have a good time tonight. Look forward to seeing you later if you make it back in. Be safe and enjoy yourself. Gonna mute you. You should not hear a beep. I noticed that at the end of last stream, I think it was, the beeps were back because I had my desktop audio on so that you could hear words on stream. I figured out how to separate that out. So that is one of the things I want to test tonight. Take care, Phoenix. Is whether I got that audio source figured out correctly so that you shouldn't hear my mic beeps, but you will hear the game sounds. Let me know if you hear this. Doesn't look like OBS was picking that up, so you should not have heard it. Okay. No beepy beepy is good. You guys don't need to be bothered by my beeping. What's up, parrots? We gotta name these guys. I did get actually a name tag. I don't think did I bring it back up? I've just been dumping stuff every time my pockets are full, so I'm not sure if that made it up here or if it's in one of those chests over, what direction? That way, isn't it? I think it's that way where the farm is. I'm trying to like remember all the stuff now that we're like gonna be here a while, right? I'm starting to pay attention to things a little more. So I can't remember how you make a jukebox. I think it's like planks and 1 diamond. Yeah, planks and a diamond. So do I have wood? Got a little bit of logs here. Might have to do some choppy, get some more logs. But you can see maybe a few new things. Found a pair of leather boots that had mending on it. Fought a whole bunch of cave spiders yesterday for string. That was fun. Yeah, I think I literally went through all the wood. And most of my beef. I've gotten maybe half of the beef that I'd had prepared. Okay, jukebox. Let's vibe, guys. I guess I need planks first. I don't remember what other side sounds like, but we're about to find out. Let's give the music a little bump so we can be sure we hear it. It's funny because you would think 1% or 5% would actually be barely audible. Minecraft, it's a little different, I have noticed. Ah, yes, this one. Vibin'. With the plant in our face. Interesting, only he's dancing. You don't want to dance? Come on, brother. Get into it. I like it. I am, however, going to turn it down just a bit. It doesn't need to be super loud while we let it run in the background. Still, see what I'm saying? You got to get it down to nearly nothing before it sounds like it's nearly nothing. Okay, am I missing something here? Cat, I have been muted for the longest time. The longest time. Thank you. We're feeding a panda and talking to ourselves, muted apparently. I've been chatting away this whole time. But Panda's happy. Thank you so much for saying that. I was asking how everybody's weekend's been and what y'all have been up to. And just did not even catch that somehow I didn't get my mute back. I'm definitely not 100% today. But I'm having fun anyhow. Messy panda. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. Strimmer is sleepy and medicine head and stuff. Shall we bring a panda back, or do we want to leave them in their natural habitat? You love me anyway. Thank you, Horsefire. I love you guys too. Oh, okay. There you go. I feel like we need to find a friend and at least get a couple more baby pandas around here, right? I've never done that before. There's one. This way, panda friend. Let us teach you the ways of multiplication. Can you not get around the bamboo? Is that the problem? Well, now you're not going to be motivated because you got all this over here. Come on now. It's getting nighttime. We should probably sleep. So, you two ever hang out? Ah, interesting sound. Okay. Baby panda. Oh, see, now that's adorable. Look at that. I mean, come on, right? Pandas are amazing. They are amazing, and we need to sleep. So let's hope there isn't a creeper going to blow us up and hurt our panda friends. That would be not cool. Yep, the pandas are awful darn cute. Squeak. Oh man, so cute. So there's a few things, a whole bunch of things in the new update that I have never seen, like frogs and the glow lights and all that stuff. There's all kinds of things we could go just look for and explore. There's of course also killing the Ender Dragon, which I need to do so I can get my wings. And then we can start making rockets. Now that we've got a little mob farm, we can get gunpowder. So, I don't know. You guys want to kill an Ender Dragon tonight? That's kind of one of the things I sort of had on the radar to do sometime soon. Feel like a little excitement. Most of my streams have been, that was, wouldn't have died, I don't think, but it would have been ouchy. That was close. Let's see, I think, speaking of Ender people, I kind of feel like going and fighting the Ender Dragon, even though I'm probably going to do a really terrible job since I'm so out of it tonight. But that could be amusing, right? Proton death loop. That could be fun. Oh, look at that. Wow. I did not see that coming. Cranky little guy, isn't he? Sorry, dude. I didn't know you were there. You're all small and tiny and stuff. I didn't even see you. Didn't have to bite me. You want to cheer me on? I appreciate that, Horsefire. I'm kind of thinking maybe we'll do it. Just for the lulz, if nothing else. Because, let's see, do I even have what I need? I'd want to get a new set of armor. Of course, I'd have to go find a, what's it called? With the end portal. So I need to make some ender eyes, which means I need to get some blaze rods. So I wouldn't be able to do it right away. But it could be a fun goal to be working toward tonight at least. Yeah, I guess I haven't thought this all the way through. I need to get Stronghold, that's what it's called. And speaking of ender eyes, if I'm going to need them, I may as well take this guy out. If I can set this boat down without... Hop in the boat, my friend. Have a boat. Yeah, it's not easy getting these guys down here on the floor with all this moss. It's so much easier with normal area. Can we get him in here now? Hop in. Ah, very good, very good. So, you're going to give me an eye, right? Right? That doesn't sound very promising, and it's really not very nice of you to speak to me like that. You shouldn't talk to chat that way either, honestly. I mean, me, I mind a little less, but chat, you need to be nice to chat. Alright, Ender Eye, here we go. Let's hope. Or an Ender Pearl, rather. Yep, I am out of it, but I got the Ender Pearl. Woohoo! So we've got a few of those. We know where to find Blaze. They made themselves quite known a few streams back, as you'll recall. Guests as well. Noisy cows. Okay, grass block. Looks great right there. Okay. So let's take our wood back up. All the things we need to do. I want to get an elevator, so how about this? Yeah, free grass block, yes. How about let's go into the nether, and I've been curious to see... I'm going to get out of the way of those cows, they're obnoxious. Curious to see whether my stuff is still there. I'm pretty sure it despawns when you die in hardcore mode. I don't know if anybody knows that or not, but I don't know whether it would really be appropriate to keep any of that stuff since it was technically in hardcore. That's kind of not really the spirit of hardcore, and we're already kind of pushing it. just keeping the world in the first place. But, you know, it's our stream. We can do what we want. So, if we're going into the nether, we're going to want the golden booties on. Do that so we don't forget. I'm thinking maybe some new armor just because we're probably going to take a beating. It'll be fun to die a bunch of times, perhaps. I may not have enough to make new armor. There is iron around. Like there's some right up there. But I kind of wanted to leave the cave mostly and kind of keep some of the natural stuff that generated in here. So there may have been some right up over here. I needed some cobble, so I made a little, I saw nothing. Yeah, so there's some copper here, some iron. Like, I feel okay taking this stuff. Why not? Let's take it. Because it's not, you know, visible. Am I going to need another pick? Almost instantly, yes. May as well just go make that now. I think I had enough iron for that. There we go. Okay, doing the things. All right. Boom. Pick acquired. We have the pick technology. And we can put some of this stuff in the places where I usually put it, kind of. Wow, my head is definitely not fully in the game. This might be fun. Probably going to die a lot. I saw nothing. Nothing. So, a little bit of more just resource gathering since I'm standing here. You know, why not? We're just hanging out. So, I don't know if I was probably muted at the time, but I had asked how everybody's doing, if they have anything they'd like to share with the chat about their weekend or anything they got going on at the moment. Happy to have you lurk if you don't feel like talking, no worries. So that's enough for one piece of armor. Maybe we'll just go in and see how it goes. I'm not actually sure how long I'm going to be able to go. Feeling a little off, so definitely maybe want to see how I'm doing here in a bit, but another sip of water here. I'm thinking I need to go and get something else to drink. So I'm gonna be right back, guys. I'll be back in just a second. And yeah, hang tight if you feel like hanging out. Be right back. And I am back. Don't get lost. Thank you, yeah. I managed not to get lost going to my kitchen. It's not that far of a stroll, fortunately. Work tomorrow, and today was busy doing laundry all day. Yep, that's how it works, isn't it? Isn't it always like a Saturday you spend the whole day like trying to catch up on laundry? So, you know, I think let's just take some basic stuff in. I always have some logs on me just in case I need to make something real quick. We'll just take some basic stuff in to the nether. A little bit of food. I got plenty of cows. We're good. Some torches. Let's just go explore that fortress a little bit. We'll see if we can kill some blazes, get some blaze rods. Then we'll be able to make Eyes of Ender and look for a stronghold, whether that's tonight or some other time. We could potentially bring the pick and mine a little nether quartz. I think we'll do that just so that we can get that mended up a bit. I've got a fair number of torches. So we've got our boots on. I do think we should probably have another shield because you go through a lot of shields with all the blaze and stuff shooting at you. What else? 7 furnaces? How did I end up with 7 furnaces? Everything is just a mess everywhere. And we don't need the bed. So we'll just stick that there. Probably 1 stack of cobble is enough. If we need blocks, we can get more netherrack. And I'm basically just going to kind of get a few things and hop back out. Die a few times, you know. The good stuff. Oh, goodness. How are we doing on our timer here? 5 minutes. We'll go in and get started. I will also, however, bring the music back down. I like it, but it's always a little loud and I feel like I end up shouting over it. So here's our wonderful nether spawn, which we found a few streams back. And I think I went this way initially. No, I went that way. For whatever reason, I got a little lag spike right there and ended up walking right over that. Let's not die instantly into the nether. In fact, we'll just make it so we can't die the second we walk through the door. How's that sound? But yep, I was back here last night, and this is where I got a bunch of our netherrack. And we had access to quartz and netherrack right here, just right next to it. So we'll have to explore what's over this way a little bit. It's a lot more traversable than this basalt is. But the stronghold, or the nether fortress rather, is over this way. So we kind of have to go back over this way. I am back, and I did not unmute once again, so I'm a pro. Or either that, or I was muted and didn't realize it earlier because I just hit the mic to see whether I was live, and I had been muted, so yep, it's going to be one of those streams tonight, guys. That's alright. So our fortress is kind of over this way, if I remember correctly. And if I can do a little bit better job of not getting shot or taking cover when I am being shot, then maybe we can get ourselves a few blaze rods, maybe a gas tier or two if we happen to get lucky. I'm just gonna make this safe for us to get through. There's our warped forest, and I think the nether fortress was kind of like right over here, just out of range, I think. Thank you for the not getting lost. Madge. Take care of yourself, Madge. Is that a nickname I am unaware of? Or did I miss something? Let's see, where's our fortress at? Thought it was kind of like right within view to the left as we came out here. Was it maybe over this way a little more? I feel like I went this way. If you're sick, your health comes first. Yeah, okay, yeah, this is where it came through. And I think I saw the fortress, like I thought it was right back over here. Yeah, if I get to a point where, and I may well, it's possible I'll cut it short tonight. Because I'm a little out of sorts, but I feel like we came through here, and then maybe we did go off to the left a little more. Basalt Delta, of course, that's where we get spawned in, right? Am I missing the fortress? It was just kind of peeking through one of these holes, I thought. Tell you what we're gonna do. There's the alarm to take a break. So let's get to a spot where I mean, I can pause it, but I'd like, sometimes you come back in the game and it does weird stuff. I'm gonna get where I'm actually safe. I'm probably gonna wish I had brought more cobble, I think. I did want to at least see if I'm going the right way, so we'll check and see here. If I see that fortress up here somewhere. And then we'll take a quick break. 5 to 10 minutes. Do a little stretching. Get some water. Yeah. Okay. So it's right over here. This will kind of help us remember our way back, and we kind of go back over this way. I didn't set up the compasses, but it's not that far. And I have the chords if I need to figure it out that way, so we'll be okay. Yeah, this is our crazy nether. I may change the portal location to somewhere else at some point, but yep. I may be close enough that my stuff would have despawned by now, but so I am going to actually pause the game. We're up against the wall here. Game paused. I'm going to take a few minutes to stretch, get something to drink, and I'll be back. I can do the words on stream thing again if you guys would like. I know that might be getting a little old, and I could understand if it is. I haven't had a chance to look. I just very briefly took a look to see if there's other things, but then I got pulled away with something else today. So if you have suggestions on little games or things to play while we're on a break, I'm all ears, because I'm certainly looking for some variety in that department. But we can do that for tonight now. I did, since I wanted to test it, to see whether you can hear everything appropriately. If anybody's able to just let me know if you can hear it when it comes on. I got to start it first, I suppose. That would help. And let's get the link. It's always so weird how it makes you do this every time. Repaste it in. It looks like it's the identical link to me every time, but maybe not. All right, so it should be started. And you should be hearing it. And you should also be hearing the music. You can hear it, Horsefire. How does it sound in terms of volume? I have it turned pretty low. The little sounds seem to spike up on the meter just a bit. So they kind of pop out. But I kind of wanted it to be a little on the lowish side because it's a little repetitive, but it seems a little boring without it, actually. But yeah, if anybody wants to play, hop on in and play. I'll let that run while we take our little break here. Let me just make sure it's set to autopilot on. It is. Okay, that seems like it's all right. I'm going to let it go ahead and restart, and then feel free to play or not play if you'd like. Okay, I will be back in just a few minutes, guys. All right, guys, I am back. Looks like Warzone stream was not a hit tonight. That's cool. No worries. Get you back over to Minecraft, and we have been doing it a lot, so all good. Turn that off. And yes, there we are. Quite the delay there. Something like 15 seconds delay there, it seems like. So here's the thing. I'm noticing my energy going down pretty fast. I was feeling like I was up for a good long stream tonight, but you know, just a little under the weather. I'm noticing it going downhill. So I do want to poke around a little bit for a bit, but I think I am going to call it pretty early tonight. I think that's something I just need to address. So appreciate you guys understanding. I know that all of you are very supportive of each other and prioritizing your health. That's something I have learned I have to do with my illness. And given that it's the weather changing and I'm not feeling great because of that, on top of the cold, I'm definitely pushing hard to be sitting in the chair at the moment. So I'm going to see if I can go just a bit more, and then we'll wrap it up. And I'll send you over to someone who's a little more active and energetic and stuff. And I appreciate you hanging out tonight. But yeah, definitely going to want to take care of my health. So I think I am over this way, yeah. I did want to at least see whether we could get a blaze rod or two. I think I'm up for that. Is this how we came down? I have a boat on me, so we could just plop down. Let's do that. One second. Oh, no worries. No worries. Like, I'm pretty distracted myself. Horse-fire. And I'm just noticing that I'm not as... I'm having a hard time focusing, and so it's not going to be very fun to watch, and it's also going to be difficult to maintain the energy, which is already pretty low. So I think you know, tonight it makes sense to have tonight be one of the nights that I just kind of make it a short stream and wrap it up. But we will hop on over and see if we can get a little bit of a couple of blaze rods, maybe. Okay, we do have our boots on, or the piglins if we run into any. Some gold, cool. I think I came up. I can't remember if I came this way or not, but interesting fortress. Yeah, I will. I'll go sleep. There went that pickaxe. I will. Or at least rest. I don't know if I'll be sleeping per se, but I will at least rest. I think maybe I went in another way the first time around. Let's keep an eye out for blazes and also not to fall into lava. That would be preferable. Let's just go up the side of this. Nether bricks are cool anyway, right? Get a few of those. So yeah, I'm just noticing that I'm not on my game tonight, and that's okay. I definitely have a lot of experience being not on my game. I've spent a lot of days just nursing my health over the last roughly 15 years. So I am quite accustomed to switching gears when I have plans and prioritizing that. Okay. And I do appreciate your supportiveness on that. I can't seem to place blocks in the nether lately. Yes, so we were in here, I can tell because of the chest had already been looted. I had my basalt on there. I don't remember where I died. It was up outside, up top somewhere. I'm sure my stuff is gone by now. I hate the new nether so much, I want the old one back. Really? Is it just because it's more dangerous, or what particularly do you not like about it? Yeah, I think we cleared through here. Took the stuff out of here. Yeah, I think I'd come out this way and gone to the other side. I heard that. Oh. If it would be easy, I wouldn't mind trying to get a Wither skull. Where are you at, Wither? I hear ya. There he is. Nope. No big surprise there. Health of the streamer comes first, yes. New mobs and the spikes of death you have to cross. Yeah. Looting is best on a sword, more chances of a drop. I wholeheartedly agree. I don't have a villager trading setup or anything like that to get looting, so that was more just a maybe we'll get lucky kind of moment. Okay, sounds like maybe a blaze. There's another one. Did we find I think we did find a blaze spawner. I can't remember exactly where we went. I thought we came this way, but I don't see evidence that I crossed anywhere. Maybe I went this way? Because I thought we saw... Yep, getting shot at. Lots of withers. That's just a regular fire. Let's keep an eye out here. I'm getting shot at, aren't I? Yeah. Okay, there's one. Oh, there's a double spawner, I think. Who shoot? Who shooty? Where are you at? Oh, it's the piglin. He's shooting at the wither skeleton. Look at that. Look at all those arrows he shot at that skeleton. I had no idea that piglins fight wither skeletons. That's interesting. One second. I'm listening to my laptop. I feel like it's making a new noise. One second. Oh. Alright, that's a lamp. It's making kind of a similar noise to the one that my laptop makes on the fan. So, yeah, super distracted tonight. So we saw a double blaze spawner. Where did I just see that? I thought it was right over here, right? Kind of right over there. And I remember we were near that when I died. So it was... somewhere over here, I thought. Ah, looks like I came up on this side as well. Interesting. Okay, lots of wither skellies. Yeah, my stuff will be despawned for sure by now. If it even stays in hardcore. That was just something I was curious about. But I wanted to see about that spawner because it's kind of unbelievable I haven't seen a single blaze yet. Usually they're all over your face. I had to stop myself there for a second. I'm trying to watch the language in this stream, and if I'm going to ask other people to do it, I should probably do the same. Of course. Can we get this guy? Uh-oh. I think I just saw a piglin get hit by my arrow. We may have some adventure coming in just a second. We'll find out. Stay tuned. I thought I saw one pop. Yes, I lost this world in hardcore. And then converted it. Because we loved it so much. Well, I guess I didn't hit a zombie pigman because maybe he just jumped at that time. So I converted it over. I went in and used an editor and converted it because we loved it so much. I wasn't planning to do that when I started this world, but we loved that cave so much, and just it was so beautiful. So we were like, yeah, you know what? We're just going to keep it. People didn't want me to leave it behind, and I kind of hemmed and hawed about it, but I decided, you know, why not? So you do lose everything? Okay, that's what I thought, but I'd never actually played hardcore. I don't think. So I didn't remember. If I did, I think I did play hardcore, but I never logged back in because I just presumed the world is gone. So, you know. I am kind of enjoying being in the Nether again. Personally, I really like the new Nether update, but it is majorly a pain. I do agree. You have to be really careful. When you've got a little space to run around and you're not like right over lava, it's not too bad. But you can have moments where, you know, you get the... you get a bunch of them coming at you at once. And too many things happening at once, and you just can't keep track of it all. So I'm just waiting for Blaze to spawn, or to try to find that spawner, and I'm just kind of putzing around, really. I don't really expect to get a skull, but occasionally you get lucky, even without the looting. The looting is like, what, like a 7% if you have looting 3? It's like 7% chance or something like that. We could, heal up our pick a little bit. That would be good. No idea. Yeah. I feel like it's like 7% with 3. With looting 3. I'm not certain on that myself. We don't really have anything going on in here. It's really a little too quiet. Yep, there it comes. There he is. Okay. So we'll go fight him after I get this quartz. Quartz is great for all the comparators and redstone stuff. Anyway, so, you know, these are good things to be done. Maybe not super exciting to watch, but, you know. Alright, let's get our shield back on. And let's go see if we can get some revenge on these blazes that took us out last time. Hey guys. I got a bow this time. You Piggy, you stay out of the way. See, it's a little different now, isn't it? Uh-huh. Proton got a bow. No blaze rods. I don't think. Only the one. Okay. I was hoping we'd have a couple more. There was a double spawner. I remember saying it would be a really cool place to make a double spawner farm. Second here. Thank you for hanging out, folks. Super low energy proton tonight, but you know, we're just doing the thing here for a little bit. Magma. Where did I see that? Was it maybe over there? That looks like it might be one. Like sometimes they get tucked in those little areas. I just thought I saw one over here, but I didn't see it when I came in here, so. There's quite a bit of this fortress still to explore, actually, the inside of it. That many blazes? Yeah. Well, once you have fire resist, it's a whole lot easier. But we'd need to get... Yeah, it's... like, building a blaze spawner without fire resist potions is a death loop, basically, and extremely maddening. I don't even really know how much progress a person can make with it. But yeah, I actually have made a few different blaze spawners and never had a double. I've had a couple that were almost close enough. They were within a couple of blocks of being close enough, and I was so disappointed because I could have had a really cool double spawner. And just, yeah, here we go. Yeah, that's it. Double blaze spawner. This is where we died. It was right. I think it was like right over here. I was headed right over here. Alright, let's make it possible for us to stay at least safe from wither skeletons. And I've got a few arrows on me. So we'll see whether we can take a couple of these blazes down, get some blaze rods. And how many arrows do I have? Where'd they go? They are 49 arrows. Okay. Where are you at? One down. Blaze rod, excellent. So yeah, these two both activate within the same spot, so I will definitely be doing something with that. And it will be a crazy mess. Definitely want potions for that. All the skeletons, look at this. Alright, we've got 40 arrows left. How many did we get? We only got the one. I want to get like maybe 5 if I can. And then we'll head on out. I think I'll fight these skeletons here. So yeah, this is super cool. This is how things started last time when things got nuts. I had the blazes going. I was starting to fight them to get the blaze rods, and then we had a ghast come along, and between the two of them, there was just no escape. So yes, this one should be spawning just about any time now. Oh, did you see that? Despawned right at the last second. I am back for revenge, people. I feel like my aim is way off. Get back here. He didn't drop anything. Okay, how many did I have? Okay, I got 3 now. That's good. Fight a few more of these guys off. Okay. Yeah, my aim is off. I feel like I keep thinking that they made a change to the drop of arrows, or maybe I just remember it wrong, because I just feel like I'm always a little lower than I remember where my aim point usually would be. Oh boy. New spawns. Yay. Can't eat yet. There we go. Okay, so yeah. It's getting spicy. Probably can't sneak an arrow in there yet. There we go. Come on, man. See? He knows what he's doing. Just want to get a few and run in, get them out. Jeez. Hello. Serpentine. Sorry, I've gone quiet. I'm getting sleepy and have to get up super early. Oh, no worries. No worries. Get your sleep. You were just telling me to get sleep. Go get your sleep, for sure. Take care of yourself. I appreciate you hanging out. It's always good to see you. Oh, that third one I just like somehow didn't even see coming. I've got 3. I feel like I could get 2 or 3 more and head on out. And if I kind of stay more over on this side, it's not easy to angle over the wall here. I'm sick. Yeah, I'm sick. I'm not really sick, but kind of got a cold, kind of sick, you know. So it's not too bad, but I appreciate that. Maybe don't stand where they're shooting at you, Proton. That would be good. Alright, so did I get my 5? Yeah. That's enough to make the, that's enough to make stuff and things. My brain isn't working at the moment. Okay, so I got 6. I think we'll retreat with our winnings. Well, now I'm going. I got some adrenaline going. I'm actually feeling a little better. Ooh. Spicy skelly. Alright, so I think I've got the chords on that, but I'm going to take another screenshot just to make sure, because I definitely want to do something with these 2 guys. Chords and out. I don't remember which way we go back. I'll have to figure that out. But clearly we've been here. I think we came from up above here. Now I'm getting to a thing where I've done enough exploring now that I think, yeah, I went across and came from that way. So we can get a brewing stand going, and then... Yeah, isn't there one over there? Sorry, I'm like all over the place. You hit the piggy. Ouch, my flash. I'm constantly getting lost. So yeah, is that a second double blaze spawner, or am I just turned around? Eat, man, eat. Thank you. All right. I may have to look at my cords to get out of here. See, now we're getting the blaze shooting at us. They were leaving us alone for a bit. Let's just run on in here. This is... Okay, I think we came from this side, maybe. Got to get used to the lay of the land here at some point, right? Yeah, this is where we're fighting the wither skellies. There's a tiny little forest. Just like the tiniest warp forest I've ever seen. And there's a lot of crosswalks and stuff here. Or cross... whatever these are called. Junctions. That's the word. Brain, do brain things. I'm kind of having a good time now. I don't really want to quit. This is where I died. Isn't it? Or it looks like it. I feel like I was running, but this is further away. I don't know. I'm like zipping back and forth between 100 different things here. But let me take a look at the screenshot so that I can just get our way back. I want to get this stuff back to the cave, and I really probably should wrap it up. And if you've got to get up early, probably a good idea for you to get some sleep as well, Horsefire. I have to literally leave a line of cobble from my portal to wherever I'm going. Otherwise, I'd spend hours trying to get home. Yeah, so for me, I usually do like some kind of a marker. I'm so out of practice, I'm forgetting those things. But this time around, or if I don't leave a marker, I will take the coords of the portal, so at least I know like how, if it might be a different way to go, but at least I can find my way back. Excuse my drinking. Where is our portal? There it is. -169, -15. So basically -170 and almost 0. Coordinates are a little bit confusing, but that dealio up on the right in the top corner, you can see the numbers changing based on which direction you move. So, and then Y, the middle one, is how high up and how low you are. So yeah, we need to go. I literally looked at it and immediately forgot. -170 to basically 0. It's -15, but that'll be close enough. -170. So yeah, we need to go south and we need to go west. So I'm actually going opposite the direction I needed to go. -170. So many withers. I'm so tempted to keep fighting these guys. Ooh, that was close. That one was close. I jumped right at him. No skulls, but I always see the bricks and think for just a split second that I got one, you know? Alright, so I need to go to -170, so that's east. Nope, west. and roughly 0. So I'm actually going. See, I got screwed up too. Yeah, I need to go south to about 0, and then excuse me. Yes, west, south, and west. Is that what I said? South and west. And we'll just sort of make our own way. The Wither Skull thing? Was that what you're saying yes to? Every time I'm like, or the coal. That's the other one that always gets me when they drop the coal, and I'm like, just for the splittest tiny second, I'm like, yeah. Oh. Well, you know, we're here and it's safe. I'm gonna do a little more mining to get this pick up. I don't want to lose our first diamond pick. And we need this nether quartz anyway, so I usually do make a lot of, especially when you're making like large sorter systems and things like that, you end up needing a lot of quartz crystals for those components. This is kind of mellow stuff. Fighting in fortresses is a little more spicy, but maybe this is a little more my style for tonight. I'm doing okay at the moment. I kind of got a little bit of a second wind here, so it's just weird. It's kind of been like that the last couple of days. I'll just suddenly feel really rough, and then a little while later, I'm kind of a little bit back to more normal. It's been an interesting time. There we go. Getting all the quartz. Getting the pick healed up, getting some extra netherrack. Needing to eat the food. All the wrong buttons. Wrong buttons. There we go. So. West. South and west is definitely the way we need to go. And I was thinking I would just pick up a little stuff along the way, you know? Man, that is a big fortress. That really is. Is that a separate one? Look at this thing. It's huge. I don't know if I've ever... I think I've seen, you know, in videos and stuff, but I don't know if I've ever seen a fortress that just covers that big of an area. You know what? I'm curious. With mini HUD, you can set... Let's get fully safe. Not make any compromises on our safety. You can set the renderer to show fortresses. I forget... structures. Overlay structure main toggle. Here we go, main rendering. Main toggle for all, yes. So that'll turn that on. I'm not sure if I have to have this on as well. I think you do. Yeah. I think yes, I'm actually in it. So the bounding box, this is so cool. You can show, I don't know if you know much about mini HUD. Look at the size of this fortress. Oh my god, I could make the hugest skelly farm here. Look at that. How far does this go? I haven't even seen one half this large. That is really cool. What a world this is. You can kind of see why I didn't want to let it go. There were just so many really cool features. The terrain, the cave. Good lord, look at how big that is. We could make like multiple spawning platforms and bring them all into one killing mechanism and have just like the most unbelievable productive, totally unnecessarily productive wither skeleton skull farm. Oh man. This is neat. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so maybe I'm not remembering something. It looks like some of this may not actually all be spawnable space. but this is the overall fortress bounding box. So these may be either different mobs, like this may be just where the blazes spawn or just where the skeletons spawn. I don't know much about tech stuff. These are all things, honestly, I used to know this stuff, not really well, but well enough to like use the tools and you know, rely on them. Dan Bear, welcome in. How you doing tonight? Good to see you. So I've been waffling back and forth about whether to end the stream or not because I haven't been feeling good, but then I found this like super cool double blaze spawner, and look at the size of this nether fortress, and I'm just like kind of getting the second wind going on, so I'm gonna hang out a little while. But yeah. Dan Bear says, doing great, just put my kiddos to bed. Gonna chill here while I play some Kerbal Space Program. I've never played that, but I've watched a number of folks play that. That was a big one on Kurt J. Max's channel years back. Honestly, every other day I want to yeet my electronics out the window. Yeah, I can relate to that. Every now and then they get a little bit to be a pain. Super cool. Loving this. So yeah, Dan Bear, welcome in. Yeah, we're just exploring our nether a little bit. I think, were you in when I died the other night? When this was still a hardcore world? The hardcore world ending event? We kind of retraced the steps on that somewhat. And just looking at this crazy fortress, this thing is enormous. Yes, so this is our post-converted, previously hardcore world. And we loved it so much that I decided people were enjoying it, I'm enjoying it. And it is a little cheaty, it's not the spirit of hardcore, I mean, you know, but it just felt like a really special seed that I really, like, unusually wouldn't wanted to keep, you know, wouldn't want to let go of, so I decided to make an exception. But next time I do hardcore, I intend to keep it truly hardcore, and when I die, that's it. I've thought about maybe doing like a skyblock hardcore. I know a lot of folks have done those series. That's truly, that's a risk in it, man. So I might do something like that at some point. I've been tinkering around with doing a video series for YouTube with Skyblock, but I've been kind of playing with the idea. I got started on it and it didn't feel right, so I'm kind of putting it on the back burner. I may stream that instead of doing it as a video series, and put the VODs up on my channel as well. But something about what I was doing just didn't feel like it was right for YouTube. For a video series, I don't know. I haven't made videos for YouTube for a long time now, so I'm pretty out of practice. It might just be procrastination. But Proton rip. Okay, Horsefire. I know you were looking at wanting to go to sleep soon as well. Cool, we're getting our pick a little over halfway here. Nice. I'm exceedingly good at accidentally hitting the escape. I have it set up to my third mouse wheel because I like to use the left click on the third mouse, the scroll wheel, to do F3. On the right click is actually F3, and the left click is escape. It just makes it so much easier than having to reach up with my sort of short stubby fingers. So I have like a ton of stuff hooked up on my mouse, and I'm always like misclicking. So we were just heading back to the portal, and I was just going to pick up a few little nuggets and things along the way here. We're just kind of chatting and hanging out. Good to see you, Dan Bear. Thank you for coming and hanging out. There we go, some gold. I am super unfocused tonight. Been sick. And just sort of refusing to yield a little bit to it. tonight. I did build a farm. Talked a little bit about that when the stream started, but I kind of was wanting to do more input on it. So you may have some input when we get back on that. I can show it to you. It's just a super simple basic mob grinder type of dealie. So yeah, we need to go this way, and our portal's kind of tucked back in here somewhere. I think maybe I want to go more... We'll go back around this way. Focus is overrated. Go sleep. I will. You should go sleep. You were saying you're tired. But, well, I have a little bit of adrenaline. Is this the double spawner, or is it actually a Yes, this is a second double spawner, I think. Unless I just keep mistaking the... Alright, let me look at the chords and see. If we had 2 double spawners, that would be... They're not close enough to all activate. But, let's see, where's... my screenshots? So I just took the coordinates of this double spawner, and it is at basically 0, -230. So am I basically looking at the same one? Where are we at here? Whoops, my renderer got turned off. Yes, so that's the same one. I was just looking at it from the other side, or kind of over on here. Ah, wrong buttons. Gonna leave that gold since we've got some piglins nearby. I think I saw piglins. Didn't I see a piglin? So yep, just been kind of horsing around in the nether tonight. I can't have cold feet, can't sleep with cold feet. Yeah, I kind of have the same thing. Like when my feet are cold, I'm pretty much a miserable human being. Oh. We have found friends. Watch the lava. I should really get my shield up. Oh, out of arrows. Okay, well, that's the end of that fight. Bundled up, so hopefully my thighs kick in and start heating up the bed. Your thighs kick in? Do your thighs get warm? Hear you, Ghast. I hear you. Weirdo Ghasts. Strangest mob ever. Creepers are pretty weird looking too, but Ghasts are just the weirdest things to me. So we're out of arrows now, and arrows make everything in the nether a whole lot easier, so we need to kind of move on home here. Let's see. I needed to go south and west, right? So toward -2, I keep forgetting the chords. -170 and roughly 0. -170. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do this the Smart Pro way. Oops. -170. Let me get the actual coordinations. Coords. -169, 62, -16. -169, 62. Getting shot at. -16. Okay, so, yep, west and south, right? Yep. Tay says, Dan Bear says, I love when their tentacles dangle through the ceiling. Yeah. They are such weirdos, man. Ghasts. There is nothing not weird about ghasts. Their face, their weird tentacles, the creepy noises they make. They shoot fire out of their mouth at you. Crazy guys. Tay says, I come in and start hearing about warmth. Are they chicken thighs in the Instant Pot with some barbecue sauce and some apple cider vinegar? That sounds delicious. I haven't had much appetite. That actually sounds pretty good. Barbecue sauce. Don't have a lot of voice tonight still. What's the best way to do this without getting murdificated, as Mr. Tango would say? Okay, I'm going the right way this way, and I need to go that way as well. Into that. That's right. Worst nether spawn ever. Tell me if you recognize that voice. Okay, I don't really want to have to bridge with a gas shooting potentially at me. I'm kind of taking the long way around here a little bit. Yeah, I know it. I'm intruding on your territory. Woo, hi. On we go. Kind of over this way, right? We're too far positive now. So yeah, we need to go south and we need to go west. Oh, jeez. Come on, place the block. This is what happened last time. Wouldn't place the block. Oof. All right. Negative 170 to roughly 0. So we need to go this way, right? Yeah. Looks like that's a little tough to get around. I'm taking the very long scenic route. Human thighs and my thighs. Well, I guess having warm thighs is a good thing. About to lose this pick, so I'm glad that I repaired it. Repaired my other one, I mean. So we need to get over this way into that over here. But it's kind of cool to be over here to explore this little forest that we've seen at a distance. There's not a whole lot here. Should I get a little of this while I'm here? A couple of shroom lights. Oh, yeah. I saw you trying. Trying to bait me into a fight. Okay, so right about where we need to be on our Z. We just need to go straight across this way. And I think it's down a bit, right? Yeah, 62. I'm just gonna like... Got a gnat in my face. Get out of here. Should I just... Just tunnel through, maybe? It's kind of cheaty, but it might be faster than trying to run around and find an easy route. We're going up instead of down. If I'm going to tunnel... I'm just going to tunnel. All that mending for nothing. Maybe I should heal up a little more first. I'm pretty indecisive tonight about what I want to do. It's pretty clear. But I'm having a good time anyway. I do not have Silk Touch. Nope, just mending. This is my very first pickaxe, diamond pickaxe, and I happened to find a mending book kind of early on in a dungeon, so I popped it on there so I'd get that. But why? What's up? Grab one warp nylon and you can make as much warp stems. Yes. Yeah, I guess you do need that. You need Silk Touch to do that, don't you? I'm kind of just dinking around tonight. I don't really seem to have much aim. I would like to get back if you guys have any if you'd like to render any opinions on my little mob farm that I made, whether or not to keep it, whether there are ways to upgrade and improve it. It's super janky, quick slam together kind of thing. Pretty productive for what it is. It's just 5 platforms. You know, just this is a new world, so we haven't done all that much really with it. So I'm kind of just trying to decide about whether to really like build an actual proper mod farm or whether to convert this one over. It's a scaffolding one, ENX04's model from a while back. And there's some things I don't love about it. At minimum, I'm definitely going to want to upgrade the sorting, or put in a sorting system and upgrade the collection and all that stuff, because it's just minecarts right now, you know, hopper minecarts. Trying really hard to look at that Enderman, apparently. Well, the benefit of the warped forest is the Enderman is they can grab a block and you can kill them. Ah, true. That is true. Any more bad jokes and I'm walking. You need to sleep anyway, don't you, Horsefire? I missed a couple things. Sorry, guys. You need more solid footing. Yeah. So I'm super out of it. Been sick and all that, but you know, I appreciate you guys hanging out. I'm all disoriented again now. Which way do we need to go? We need to go back to Z is basically 0. X is negative 170. So we may basically need to just go west and very slightly. Yep. Yeah, this is what I was going to burrow through. I may as well just go over it, I guess. We'll find a way through here. Looks like somebody may have done some shooting at me here at some point. And we need to come down a little bit more. Why not get a magma cream or 2 while we're here if we can, right? Although that's not a great place to fight him. Yeets out of chat. No! Bad jokes? I am sure they're still within their sell-by dates. Give me all the magma creams, people. Or none of them. You could do that too. Oh, man. Basalt Delta. The worst. The worst. Okay. What's up on top here? What do we have for blocks? Can we get over the top of this? Looks like we can. Oh, it's death. That's what meets us at the top of this. Surprise, surprise. Sure. Why not? So I think our portal is kind of right over there and then a little bit this way. Why was my shield not in my hand? Man, I am not paying attention tonight. Bad place to not be paying attention. Just saying. We're just gonna go super careful here. I think our portal's kind of tucked in right over there. Because it's negative 170, 62, negative 16. I think that was the right chords. That voice cracking has me concerned. Yeah. But I had my post-alpha strain COVID cough for 9 straight months. So I get overly concerned on anyone whose voice is in the best of shape. Man, it lasted me a long time too. I had, pretty sure it was Omicron that I got in, I want to say, late May or early June. And I was coughing and had the bronchial irritation for months. And it occasionally is still there. Like I've had asthma in the past, but it was mostly brought on by pets, the cats that I had with my ex. And she has those cats now, so I don't really have an issue. I'm going to have to curve around here. Anymore with that. But once I got COVID, I definitely noticed my asthma. Hi. My asthma stuff kicking back up. So it's a thing, no question. Yeah. $170. So we're pretty close. I think it's going to be tucked in right under here. Right over here in here somewhere. Yeah, I think it's... Is that my cobble? No. Alpha, I would not wish on my worst enemy. Second worst I'd ever been sick. Definitely still having issues 2 years later. Man. Yeah, COVID, man. Changed the world. For sure. We're up too high, that's the issue. I'm up 30 blocks too high. Okay, well, this will be fun. Can't really dig through lava, no fire res. Is there a way down over here that I can... Ooh, that wasn't smart. You guys just came here to see Proton die again, right? That's the deal. Is there a way, maybe down? I could very carefully dig down, but, you know, digging down in the nether is like basically begging to die, so... What was over here? We could go down maybe over here instead of in the basalt. I'm just making a big old mess out of this. Alright, get me away from this lava. Thank you. We'll maybe dig down from over here, see if we can go below it. Because we need to go down to 62. And we're roughly there. I'm going to put the blocks on my quick response bar slot. I can get to it the fastest. I come for the soothing voice. Is it soothing tonight? I don't feel like... It feels a little rough to me tonight, but thank you. Appreciate that. Wanting to see Proton have a fission reaction. If lucky, might go Nova. Right? Oh, man. Yeah, so now, and then we need to go, yep, a little bit north, a couple blocks north and a couple blocks east here. And we should basically pop right out, almost right at it. Unless I wrote the chords down wrong, which could be. Slightly this way. I should be right on it. Oh, I'm above. I keep forgetting I'm too high. So we'll just do a spiral down. I am so out of it tonight. It's crazy. I'm having fun though anyway. $76. Let me double check that screenshot. I may have written it down wrong. Negative 169, positive 62, negative 15.9. So basically 16, I think is what I said. 169, 62, negative 16. All right. Okay. Finding the hard way home, I guess. A couple more levels here. Should be seeing it relatively soon. I might be right over the top of it. Hey, magma cube. Is there something I can attach to here? Well, we can do a little bit of this. Come on. There we go. There it is. Took the scenic route. Well, just do that. I'm so indecisive and just not thinking straight tonight. It's pretty hilarious. I'm actually kind of laughing at it. It's so funny. Okay, let's see if we can get a couple of magma cubes. Yay! Now we can make a couple pots. That'll be good. This way. This way. If you drop them, I don't want them in lava. Didn't drop them anyway. Alright. Still soothing anyway? Thank you, Horsefire. I appreciate that. All these years I thought black holes and universal entropy were the scarlet concepts in the universe. Now I learned something about 6 months ago I wish I had never about universal law. Uh-oh. Tay got some wisdom coming in. What's up, Tay? Everyone needs a Horsefire in their life to take care of them nodders. Yeah, I appreciate you, Horsefire. Did we just get... we got a couple. Okay. A couple of them. Alright. I don't feel like the voice is all that smooth tonight. It's not too sore, though, and that's what prevented me from streaming last night. I had a super sore throat yesterday, all day. Like, super swollen. We're back and we're alive. Nether trip successful. Woot! So I can show you my farm that I made if you guys feel like offering up some opinions. As to whether or not it would be worth keeping, or just spitball ideas if you feel like it. You know, no worries if not. But I thought that might be something to talk about on stream. Let's get those blaze rods in there. I'm just dumping stuff. We'll get organized. I'll take some time off stream and organize. Oh, for those who just joined, we did. I did get a disc. Got other side. So cool little trip down into the caves and got a few diamonds. We made a jukebox. Did a little jamming out earlier. Now I don't know why this guy doesn't dance. Drink some water. Yep, that's a good plan. Be right back. All the waters. Thank you for the reminder. You know what they say about that blue parrot? His friends don't dance. And if they don't dance, then they're no friends of mine. I think you might have just sent Horsefire out. She did mention, or they did mention one more bad joke, but I found that joke quite funny. But so let's go check out the farm real quick. Do I have my boat? Yes. See if you guys have any offerings on how to make this. Either improve it or whether I should just build another one. You know, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I like the participation and like to get, you know, ideas and stuff. Didn't run into any soul soil, so I could make an elevator. I'm hearing a baby zombie die. I'm not sure. It must be drowning. Oops. Being down here makes me want to, like, level this entire floor. It is such a pain to get around. But once we're up in the trees, you're up in the top of the cave, like, I'm going to like all this down here. But I'm thinking, this is what I'm thinking for the world, guys. Since we're down here, I'm thinking what we do, we've kind of got a little bit of a farm district going down here already. So maybe what we do is we make farms down here, get a few different farms down here, maybe a tree farm or something, I don't know. We've got the height for it, so we could do that. And then make some, like, a hanging village. I don't know if it'll go all the way around or if we'll just, like, build into one side, like kind of a Mesa Verde type deal or something. And then we'll have, like, shops, and we'll have villagers where we have our trading instead of a trading hall. We could do a trading hall as well or something, but I kind of thought it might be fun if we're going to make a village to have, like, shops where the shopkeepers are where we go trade. As long as it's not too much running around. Usually, at least for me, when I go to get stuff, I don't usually need, like, multiple villagers at once. Unless I'm trying to get a lot of emeralds or something, then I guess it's kind of convenient to have, like, a whole bunch right in a row like that. But otherwise, you know, I mean, we can do it all. This world is free for the creating. That's a song called Safety Dance, yes. Wait, I missed something else here. In the fusion/fission reactions of a star, apparently the atom iron is a star killer. As soon as this fusion-fission process creates one iron atom, it starts a chain reaction which will destroy almost any size star in 6 minutes by making it go nova. Really? Wow. I didn't know that. Thanks, I needed that thought instead of the comfort of knowing Saul had about 10 million years. 10 million more years of life. Is it 10 million? I thought it was several billion that we had left. Wasn't it about 5 billion more? But as far as us being here, I'm not sure how many more. But anyway. You can dance if you want to. Baby zombies won't take damage from drowning as they'll convert. Yeah, I was just thinking that when I said it. So I don't know. Maybe it was glitching in a block. You like that idea, Dan Bear? As far as the farms down here, and then the kind of village up here. I think that'll be cool. We'll get some, like, ambient lighting, kind of more like light it up and make it look cool. I think that sounds like a good idea. I'm going to need lots of pointers on that. I did not bring my bed, which means we're going to get attacked. It's probably worth going to get it. This is why I carry stuff on me. Because I'm always forgetting what I need to bring. Well, we'll get, like, an elevator going here, a bubble elevator, so I don't have to climb this ladder. And we were thinking about going to get the Ender Dragon tonight, but I think I'm running out of steam, so I'm not going to be able to, like, find a fortress and all that. Where did I plunk my bed down? Did I just miss it? Did I miss it twice? I put it in one of these right before we went in the nether, didn't I? Oh, yes, I did miss it. There it is. All right. We'll just take the quick way down here. Place the boat. Thank you. So yes, thanks guys for hanging out. We're kind of going a little longer than I was thinking I was going to a little while ago. I kind of got that second wind. I think it's probably going to wane fairly soon. Hello, Swim. Thank you. This seems to be the place where I always remember to get in the bed and sleep, and I think it's too late now. Yeah. Anyway, mob farm. It's an Ian XO4 inspired model, basically, with some slight variations to mostly just a bottom platform. I don't know if you guys have seen his video on that, but I raised it up higher than he suggested because I didn't remember that he suggested the AFK spot to be way up in the sky, so I made it unnecessarily way high, but I kind of like it anyway. But it's out here, you know, way up at heights so that you can take advantage of the mob spawns, you know. And up we go. About 4 to 5, it turned into a red giant, and then about 5 million more, it will go Nova. Is that right? Okay. Redeemed third wind. Yeah. I need to get some of that stuff going here, redeems and emotes and stuff. I was thinking I'd have some of that done already. I mean, it's not a super rush to do, but they're fun. And they're a good way to interact with your channel and, you know, your beeps and stuff. Since it's all underground, if you're okay with digging, you can use ENXO4's trading concept of infinite trading without profession results. Got to be careful to open this trapdoor because you can knock that. And that causes a few problems. We have some friends that have come down and joined us. Two of them maybe wandered off, we'll say. But yeah, ENXO4 does that kind of sort of circular pattern, and it wasn't really picking up that great. So I did this just to get some carts going. But, you know, the mobs fall onto the carts and they slow down. So it's just, it needs improving for sure. This is definitely not a keeper. Definitely not the collection system. But for 5 platforms, it's not too bad. I mean, it's pretty productive considering it's only 5 platforms, and as long as you don't goof it up like I did several times, it really only takes a few minutes to whack it together, right? So, you know, it's pretty simple. Just the basics, what you need to get spawns and get them killed, and then collect them up. But yeah, I'm all ears as far as suggestions. It works quite well, and of course it's always fun to hear the mobs come splat down, so we'll get that started. Yes, get back to your comment here. You can use ENXO4's trading concept, infinite trading without profession results that are normally done with end gates, but can be mimicked with minecarts over long distance. Interesting. We're allowed to use smaller number of villagers. That might be fun to play with. He is really smart with the mechanics stuff. Yep, that's first time that's happened in a while. He must have had some special shiny boots on. So yeah, you know, these always get stopped when the mobs bump them, and then they bump into each other like that. But it's a way to get to your initial drops, which we now have. I just spent a little while gathering some basic stuff here. You know, it's a way to get, you know, your basics get started. And we'll see what else everybody wants to do and what else I come up with. I think it may be a Nembon design, if that's, I think that's how you pronounce his name, or their name, or it could be Ilmango design that I've built before. The kind of, it's sort of the standard mob farm now, which is basically this design but with slabs and, you know, 10 to 15 platforms and the water collection pool. So I was thinking of maybe just expanding it up, take the roof off, expand it up, keep the scaffolding idea, and just do the collection pool and like Soulfire collection point, killing point, and a sorting system underneath it, kind of dealio bop. But the weakness of this is that, you know, if you get shot, if a skelly shoots a creeper and it goes boom, like, you got to rebuild your farm, or lots of it, right? And then, you know, all this floods down, so the redstone's uncovered. So, you know, I feel like at minimum we probably need to make it more robust, and obviously, you know, use a little more sophisticated collection system. So I'm into all your ideas. Let's see. Nothing else yet. Okay. Yeah. Whatever thoughts you have. This is serving its purpose for sure, and I think that's really kind of his intention. In the design was not that it necessarily be a permanent farm, but just to kind of get you up and going within a relatively quick, short period of time, with sort of very early game resources and things like that. If 118 plus, the higher you are in the world, the less the spawns as things change for spawning. Oh, I think I remember reading about that. Game checks the height from the lowest block in the world to the highest block. Ah, that's right. More space between other blocks at a Z and Y coordinate, the more spawning attempts done, the tall height, so the less successes. Gotcha. Shorter the height difference, the more successes that can be made. Okay. So I'm using the older mechanics, being up this high. So ENX04 did it sort of reversed, and I read the I did not pay attention to his full video. I had watched the whole thing a month back and thought, you know, that looks like a fun thing to put together. And then started doing it, and at the very end, he mentions that you have an AFK spot like 200 up in the air or something. So, yeah, that explains a lot. I definitely didn't need to build it up this high. And that is another reason why I was thinking maybe to tear it down, because there's just, you know, I mean, I'm kind of relearning a lot of this stuff, having been away from Minecraft for such a long time, and some of these mechanics and things have changed, but that's what I love about this game, is so much of it is just always changing and learning all the different ways that things work and how they affect other things. Like, to me, that's just endlessly fascinating. And then you add in redstone and all the different mechanisms and things you can make, let alone the design aspect, which isn't really a specialty of mine, but something I will be working at least getting somewhat proficient at. Silent Scale, hello. Do you pronounce it Stromny? Stromn? I'm not sure how that is pronounced. I'll have to keep that in mind. In fact, let me take a note of that, because I would like to watch that. And a well-made video that gives you the information in a nice package, I always appreciate. Stromne with an R, OMNE, for vid on spotting. Okay. Cool, thank you. Definitely appreciate the suggestions and anything else you have on this farm or anything else, really. I'm sort of like an intermediate Minecrafter, not really much of a builder. That's another problem with the farm. Just takes one body to fall on one of these carts and they get slowed down or turned around. But, you know, that's minecarts for you. Like I was saying earlier. How you doing, Silent? Welcome in. He updates in his video descriptions as well for all of his farms. He does, actually, and I probably would have missed that. I was super out of it. Java can now waterlog rails for redstone. Really? Okay. So, waterlogged rails. How would I use that in this configuration? Because if they fall into water, they don't die. The other thing I was thinking about is just covering it over with slabs so that the carts can be undisturbed. That was another thing, but I'm generally not a fan of hopper minecart collection systems because of what's happening right there. They just tend to be glitchy, or you fly away and forget to turn it off or whatever. It doesn't, you know, start up. So, but, you know, things may have changed as well. So that's the whole purpose of this discussion, is to learn all the stuff that I am not familiar with or don't remember. I'm doing good, Silent. Been sick, but kind of persevering through. We're kind of probably going to be wrapping up here. Did a little trip in the Nether, but we were just talking about this little kind of starter mob farm that I made from ENX04's design. with a couple little differences here, and just kind of discussing mechanics and stuff. It's a good start. You know, it's a good way to start. But yeah, I mean, you got to constantly run around. You may as well just pick the drops up yourself if you're going to have to keep starting them back over. Large library of great smaller content creators who explain things in more or clearer detail than bigger creators can. Yeah, it's always really helpful when creators like take the time to really illustrate their points. There's those carts again. I'm just leaving it. We've got enough junk. We can just turn that off. That should keep the spawning platforms flooded. Yeah. Okay. But this is the kind of stuff that I really love about the game. You know, I mean, I played very originally when I started way back in like 2010. And it was really just about exploring and, you know, and survival. I didn't really put down for long anywhere. I just kind of enjoyed the terrain generation and all of that. But then I started getting into other aspects of the game, and then the mechanics really started getting into play, and I started thinking, wow, this game is a lot more involved than just like something to kind of do to take away, you know, your thoughts of pain or whatever, like, because I was really unwell at that time. So it was just a distraction, basically. It was like nothing I got really into. But once I started realizing how much there really is to this game, I pretty quickly got addicted to it, and there's so much to learn. It's awesome. You mentioned a lot waterlogged rails, as you said. There were redstone changes you were looking forward to catching up on. Okay, yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Timing issues for players riding them for... Oh, I see. So like when you're in a cart, maybe like holding a pick, like an ice farm or something like that, where you're doing like a macro to spam click, and or like a tree farm, that type of situation where you're back and forth. Is that what you mean? Yeah. Okay. That's cool. Very interesting. Yeah, I never would have probably known that. All right. Well, how much did we get? See, it's not bad for 5 little, you know, especially now that I know that it's probably not as effective simply because of how high up it is. That pretty much answers the question as to whether I'm keeping it. It's not bad. I mean, it's only 5 platforms, and it's a single player world. It's not like I've got a multiplayer server I'm on where I need to have like lots of materials to sell and that stuff, right? So, I mean, I've got stacks of stuff that I'll take probably weeks to go through. Some of this, not for the trading if I were to do the trading with the flash, but like I don't go through that many arrows. I don't go through that much string. So for a single player world, something like this is fine. But I do also enjoy like efficiency and just seeing how close I can get to the current known max efficiency of farms and things like that is fun. That's kind of where I'm at now. It's like I've learned how to do the most basic stuff, and still learning a lot of the changes or things I have forgotten. But little farms like this and stuff are pretty easy to get together. Now I'm kind of wanting to get into more of what we're talking about. That's great. I appreciate you. It can slow you down while having powered rails still moving. Okay. Oh, Bedrock's had that? That's interesting. Usually, yeah. As far as I don't know a lot about Bedrock, but I feel like it's usually the other way around. That they implement something that's common in Java. Could be wrong on that. But yeah. Lots of good stuff coming up here with this world and just in general. I do want to do a skyblock. I'm going to do the Evolution 2.0 because that one just looks like a real challenge, like with the having no inventory to start with and things like that. I mean, that's a really great invention. So I will be starting that, and I'm kind of waffling on whether to do that as a stream thing, or I was initially going to do a video series. I was talking about it earlier. But I started in on a video and it just was feeling like either I'd have to cut a ton out or it wouldn't be very entertaining content because you're just fiddling around and trying to find stuff. It feels more like stream worthy content to my personal taste. Just because, you know, a stream's usually people are kind of in and out and it's not like, you know, every moment has to be super entertaining or anything. Like streams are more like, and also the interaction bit, like being able to interact and have people help you when you're stuck. To me, that seems like a lot more fun way to play the skyblock thing. So great iron farm that uses scaffolding, recommend Mind the Fab. So I've made ENX04's super easy iron farm a couple of times as well. I've made a few different iron farm designs, but that one is so effective for how little it takes to put it together. It's unreal to me. It's just crazy. Shoots the golems up fast away from the villagers. See, now that sounds fun. Like these kind of mechanics and like that. I love that stuff. It sort of reminds me of, is it season 7 of Hermitcraft when Tango had like the creeper shooter and all the different ways that he kills iron golems for his iron farms. Like I love that stuff. And the anvil shooter that he had. That's the kind of stuff that seems like just fun shenanigans that take advantage of how the mechanics work. That I'd like to learn a little more about and be able to implement some of those things that give your channel some character and some interesting sort of uniqueness to it. I feel like that's a direction I'd love to go in. A shootificator, that's right. Shootification, shooty. Yeah, swoopy. All the Tangoisms. I think Tango and I are about the same age. Relatively close. Tango, Impulse, and Skiz and I are all, I think, relatively close to the same age. And I'm not sure, but I think a lot of you are. We're all in that ballpark, I believe, based on discussions I've seen people have about their careers and things, you know, where they're at. And so the shootification and those, there is like a set of jargon that seems to be very common to that particular group of YouTubers and streamers that reminds me very much of my IT days. And that's one of those things that everything is ification or, you know, just it's kind of early internet slang, IT internet kind of nerdy slang almost. I know you know what I'm talking about. Mind the Fab uses 4 cells, so basically 4 iron farms in one. See, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Like, that sounds interesting. Let me get that down. Where's my notepad? Here we go. Mind the Fab for awesome iron farm. Actually, quadruple iron farm. Gonna definitely check that out. That sounds like something fun to build. What else? I'm like a month older than B-dubs. Just means you have been seasoned me well. Seasoned well, yeah. Well seasoned, yes. Truth, we need the icators, definitely. Yeah. I feel like there was a way of talking in the mid, sort of very late 90s through the maybe around 2010 or so that was unique to people that were true internet like dwellers, right? And it still pops out every now and then. Some of that lingo, like woot, is a word that I don't remember anyone ever saying except for people in those circles. And now everybody says woot. But there are still a few of those that didn't really go full like mainstream. And every now and then I'll hear Tango or Impulse or one of them say something. And it's like, I haven't heard that in a long time because I haven't worked since 2010. So like I don't spend a lot of time in the IT, in that world anymore. So... Well, guys, I really appreciate you hanging out. I am getting a little scratchy in the throat here now, so I think it is probably time. I do really appreciate the ideas and suggestions. this was a great thing to put together. It got me back into building farms. I made a lot of super newbie mistakes, so it took like 10 times longer than it should have for what it is. But it was good because it got me back in the mind frame of, you know, remembering things and learning a few new things that you do when you build a farm. It's super basic, but just, you know, like those basic things like what you need to bring or, you know, that kind of stuff. Just like how being off by one block can mean starting completely over, all that kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about. Shofro, thanks for letting me lurk and enjoy the vibes. Hey, glad to have you lurking, Shofro. Thanks for coming in. I didn't look at the list for a while, so I didn't see that you were in, but I appreciate your lurking. Always glad to have you, whether you're interacting or not, of course. So, all right, guys, I think it has become that time. Who shall we go raid? I'm sure there's lots of great people on right now. Saturday night. Griffin is on. Kojiro, we've raided before. L is on. We could raid L. Sanity is on. I feel like I don't know much about Sanity, but I've seen her interact in Discord a time or two somewhere. And in some other streams. They are streaming with 2. L is streaming with 5. Both doing Minecraft. Take care, heal up, enjoy the videos as you heal. Thank you. I appreciate that, Tay. Her hotel is insane on Hahi. Sanity is great. Shall we go raid Sanity? I was thinking L, but if you guys would like to go watch Sanity, I'd love to send you in a direction that you're going to hang out. It's always great when, you know, you some of your viewers are retained by the raid recipient, right? I always feel like that's a nice thing. So let's go raid Sanity. That sounds good. All right. It's SANITI, correct? Man, my brain is just fogging out. It's definitely time. SANITI, yes. Okay. Raid. Sanity. All right, guys. Raid is being created. So, appreciate you coming in and hanging out and spending some time. It's always good to hang out with you guys. I'm starting to feel more and more at home doing this, and you guys are absolutely the reason for that. All your tips and your suggestions and your ideas are extremely helpful, not to mention just the fact that, you know, it's just amazing to have a community of people that are so supportive and engaging right off the bat. It's fantastic. So much appreciated. See if I'm missing anything here. Thank you, Shofro. Shrofo. I'm going to get that one of these days. Shrofo show, right? I think that's it. I keep trying to put the R after the F. All right, getting scratchy. Getting scratchy throat. You guys have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. And hopefully I'll be on again tomorrow, but sometime soon either way. We're rewriting Twitch one stream at a time to make the best community we can. I love it. Love it, Tay. 100% on board. 100%. I think it's a very powerful tool. Just about to run out of time here. Just a few seconds left. So good night, everybody. Have a good one. I'll see you over at Sanity's.